Hello, and welcome. I'm Nick, and welcome to Extra Life 2023. Yet another year of being here and raising money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. We are part of Team Giant Bomb. Normally, I print out a script for me to read at the top of this, so it's not so fuzzy and off the top of the dome. But here's what I'll say: I have this first hour or so laid out just to chat about the charity and what we're doing here while we're here. Um and I guess the best way to start that out is by taking us to the donation zone. You like that? I stayed up late last night adding that effect to the scene. Okay, here we are. Oh gosh, I'm really not ready. You know what I forgot? I forgot my light. It's a real death ray of a streaming device, and I forgot to turn it on, but I did think ahead to the part where, because this is going to be such long streaming hours, with a bright light in my face, I said I should get the sunglasses. Oh yeah, that helps. Kind of. Oh boy. All right. Um. Yes. Welcome to the donation zone. So, pretty much unchanged from last year, just in terms of what we have here. So it's reversed. So over on the left here, these are all of the donations traveling into Team Giant Bomb. So as we can see, listen, by next year I want to have the green screen going, and I will absolutely do this full on meteorologist style. $5 from Brian McHenry, 15 from Aubrey, 7314 from Hobbit, Brittany, and Sam, 3621 and 7436 from Facebook donors. We love it. We love to see it. This is fantastic. And so far, we have a total of 329 donations, totaling $14,327.76. That is already fantastic. And as we can see, that is 6.4% of our total goal, which is $223,566. Why is it that number? I don't actually know. I'll be honest. I have I've always been bad at being, part of the community and keeping up with why certain decisions are made within a community, and I'm just rolling with it. No matter how much we raise for charity, wherever this bar ends up, we've done good. We've brought good into the world. All of that being said, shout out to the Hobbit. Over here, we have all of the donations that this stream has brought in. As you can see, it's currently empty. That is because A, we are just starting. But B, I thought it would be fun to show off the technology. First of all, leading by example. I don't know. How much money do I have? Let's start here. Whoops. Pressing wrong buttons. Every day pressing wrong buttons. Yeah, great. Ooh, is that card still the right card? I need to fix my card. When does my credit card expire? I had to get a new card this year, so I didn't think that far ahead. And bingo, it is paying. You gotta lead by example. That's the best way to do it. So now we hang out here for a second, and maybe it's like every 30, 45 seconds, this overlay updates. Hey, I'm awesome. Thank you. So now we just hang out here until we see that pop up, go through, process. It'll be great. And yeah, lead by example, because that is what we're here. There it is. Okay, I love it when the technology works. Right, so of course we have the direct updates. Those will be live when we come here to the donation zone. We have these overlays which will pop up and sort of show us where we are at just for there we go. Hey, yeah, I got in there first. What is that? 32 seconds apart. Thank you very much, Rue, for rounding that up to $20. And again, so you can see the I'm not used to the new position of my camera. You can see that both of these buckets are no, it's that hand. There we go. You can see that both of these buckets, everything we earn is also getting thrown into the giant bomb total bucket. So whatever this amount totals to is going to be added to this amount because that's how the Extra Life team mechanics work. And well, you're also already on like a 30-second delay from me as well, so I really had the advantage here. But yes, so this is what we're here doing. We will visit this place at the top of every block just to check in on how things are going. Now, all of this money that we see scrolling the screen here. I could make it scroll. Listen, I've had a lot of time thinking about building my own widgets. I had to rebuild all of this overlay because I had a hard drive crash. You can see we got the nice new step and repeat background, which I forgot. I wanted to add the other logos to that, not just the Extra Life one, but it looks nice with just the Extra Life one. Anyway, I'm going on and on. Did I mention I'm tired? It's going to be one of those days, you know? What is this money for? Right. That's what I didn't add to this scene is talking about where this money actually goes. I can work on that while I talk about it. All of the money that we are raising here is going to Extra Life. You can see it big here. Actually, I hit the button like this. We go below here and up above here. And yeah, that'll do. Go big this way? Yeah, if we go big that way. What if we go big and go home? Go big, stay home. Papa John's. No. Listen, y'all, I'm already on one today, so bear with me. Is that the middle? Yeah, it looks like but that looks better. All this money is going to Extra Life. What is Extra Life? Extra Life is a charity. It is a fundraising event. And it is a part of the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. What are those? Well, they are facilities across this nation of ours which specialize in like severe pediatric care. You know what? I had this up because someone asked me a question of like, oh, well, which hospital is this going to? And I always say, oh, Maria Ferrari Hospital, because that's the hospital local to me. And they were like, where's that? And I said, great question. So I looked it up, and Maria Ferrari's Children's Hospital is in Valhalla, New York. Hang on. Let me try that again. Valhalla, New York. And let's see here. I bring this up. Where's the About Us? How about About Us? No, this is still Children's Miracle Network. Tell me more about the hospital. There we go. Now I'm at the hospital homepage. You can learn more about this on your own. If you go to, wait, I made a command for that. If you put bang donate in the chat at any point, it'll pop up the link to donate, which if you're just listening, that's bit.ly/extralifenickk. Should be easy to remember, even if it's long. But yes, if you go there, you have the Twitch player, you have the button to donate, and you have a button that'll take you to the information about Maria Ferrari. Let's see here. How about Us? What do you got here? I can just read this. Located in Valhalla, New York. I stayed up late building that button. I am going to get some use out of it. Maria Ferrari Children's Hospital is a 136 bed advanced pediatric center that cares for the Hudson Valley's most ill and injured children. The hospital is home to the Hudson Valley's only Level 1 pediatric trauma and burn care programs, pediatric intensive care unit, and its regional neonatal intensive care unit, Level 4. I don't know what the levels mean. Do I need to? Not really. Something about saying it's the only one says like, oh yeah, no, then supporting this is vital, because that's really what we're talking about, right? Is we're talking about all of this money goes to care for children who have to, have a pretty serious stay in a hospital, and that covers a lot of. Hey, Mom just donated $55. Thank you, Mom. You'll see her in a couple hours on stream. Well, all right, we're making good progress already. How much quicker can we surpass the total percentage? That'll be fun. Whenever a child has to undergo a medical procedure, that's rough. That is a traumatic time for the child, for the family of the child. It can be scary. It can be painful. It's just such a waste. Such a weight. Oh my God, I cannot talk yet. You know what? I haven't sipped any of my coffee yet. Oh yes, we already passed it with that 55. Thank you, Mom. We are now. No, that doesn't make us the highest raising team. I don't know how maths work. Ooh, hang on. Please bear with me. I have a terrible idea. I'm guessing I shouldn't do that again, but I had to at least try it because curiosity is what kills the cat. It's a rough stay in a hospital. So that's why, you know, it is connected to video games because, of course, we're going to be here. Our marathon is playing video games to get people's attention. Well, to do a big thing to get people's attention. And it's just a lot of video games, which there's a lot of video games. If you go to giantbomb.com, the website that is the core of our fundraising team effort, there are so many others like myself who have signed up as part of Team Giant Bomb. There's a couple of thousand of us, I'm gonna guess. Let's see here. Currently, we are ranked number 16,961. So we're on the leaderboard. Not very high, but we're on the leaderboard. Let's see here. Team Giant Bomb has 56 participants. So that's, hey, listen, that's 56 people out here doing God's work. You know what I mean? But we're all working together to raise money for these hospitals. What is it? And we're all doing it via video game marathons of some sort, right? And that is connected. I'm working on it because one of the ways in which these donations go towards easing the burden and the trauma of these hospital stays for these children is we do provide like toys and games and carts and like video game carts, not just like shopping trolleys. Although honestly, you can have some fun with a shopping trolley, and some fun that could result in needing a hospital. So it's a circle of life. Ugh. But that's only part of it. This money to my understanding, it also go towards research, running the hospital in general, keeping the lights on, making sure that the most advanced tools and procedures are available for these children. I know this is a story about the Ronald McDonald House charity, but apparently, a charity like that does go directly to paying for the hospital stays and lifting the financial burden from the family as well. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if Extra Life does similar financial aid uh results of the money, but it all goes towards, like I said, easing the burden, easing the trauma, bringing a little bit of light into what is otherwise an extremely traumatic time for all involved. Here, let me take a look. Is there anything else we want to read about the hospital? Specialties include cardiology services, such as fetal cardiology. Okay. Pediatric neurosciences. That's good. Good. Organ transplant. Oh my God. I can't even think about being, preteen, about being a child and needing an organ transplant. Critical care, emergency care, a family-centered care approach to treating children. Involves parents, siblings, and family members in every step of a child's treatment. Oh, the Ronald McDonald House of the Greater Hudson Valley is conveniently located steps away from the hospital. Okay, so I wasn't just tangentially connecting that. It's interesting that I don't have the chat on the screen so we don't block all of the wonderful charity work going on. But the cost of the carts. This is something that talking to Child's Play, which is a similar fundraising organization, they were actually explaining that, like, sometimes when we think of charity, we think of like food drives, can drives. We used to do the like shopping for holiday shopping for families, so we would provide like whole meal, maybe gifts, whatever that, to families who couldn't afford to have it themselves, so that way they still get a holiday experience. A full enriched one. Enriched is a word I could use here, I guess. And as wonderfully motivated as those are, there is an element of, if you just give money to the sort of organizations, the same money that you could spend to buy like an Xbox and a cart to give to supply to a hospital, organizations like Child's Play, like Extra Life, like whoever else, they can buy in bulk. They can work in bulk. So the same cart that you could give, they can give multiple for the same amount of money. So even though it doesn't feel like direct action, going through orgs, pooling our money, letting them buy in bulk, it does lead to the money spends further, I guess is the way to put it. So, they say you can't just throw money at your problems, but sometimes throwing money is better than throwing an Xbox, I guess. Well, I'm running out of things to say, and I thought I'd be able to fill an hour doing this. But yes, this is what we're here to do. I can relate a personal anecdote. or secondhand anecdote. At my previous job, one of my coworkers, when I was, you got to promote. So when I was pitching that I was doing Extra Life, they actually said, "Oh, it's for Maria Ferrari," and I was like, "Yeah," and he was telling me that him and his family were in the unfortunate position of needing their services, and so I was able to get a very direct story, firsthand testimony about how wonderful the services were, how they really kept everyone in the loop. They kept everyone, hopeful and optimistic. And for what was honestly a terrible time, just really eased the burden and the trauma of it all. And they were able to, and everything turned out well for them. That's the other part of it. Everything went well and they went home with happy and healthy children. And programs like this, hospitals like this, organizations like this, they are literally godsends. They are uh they are doing great work. They are out here helping people. They are sort of very measurably improving the lives of the people that they touch. And if we can be a part of that, why would we not? So that's fantastic. Talk about the lineup. Yes, we do have star-studded. There's stars in my world. Lineup. But actually, before I talk to that, I do want to continue talking a little bit about the fundraising efforts. I collected some numbers. This is our 5th year of running an Extra Life stream here at Elite Studios. Yeah, no, I have the logo here. This is an Elite Studios jam, sure. It's more than just me, I swear. It's everyone I rope in for a project. Listen, it's the way it's always been. I have some numbers. About our previous years. In 2019, the first year that we did this, we raised $300 even. And I thought that was good. That was also our lowest draw year, our lowest fundraising year that we've had. In 2020, now you all remember 2020, right? In some sort of vague haze. A major thing to remember is everybody was home. Everybody was kind of bored. Everybody had a chance to tune in. That is why 2020 is still our highest fundraising year at $1,140.11. I'm still blown away by that number. I can't think of anything I've ever touched that raised $1,000, and to see the evidence there, just like, oh, we did what? That blows my mind. That is a resonating show of support, show of charity. 2021, we did see a drop. I guess people were going back to work. $531.69. Nice. I'm surprised every year didn't end with 69 cents or 20 cents if somebody was going for 420 donations. Which again, over 500, that's amazing to me. That's not quite over half of 2021, but that's great. And okay, 2022. I apparently already don't remember 2022. But according to the archives, receipts, records, according to the back end in Extra Life that I get to look at because I'm special because I'm running a stream, it says we raised $800.44 last year in 2022. I don't remember it being that high. That's amazing. That's fantastic. That is more than halfway to our 1100 total from 2020. 800's an amazing amount to raise. I was kind of surprised to see it go back up that much after we came down from 2020. So we've been doing all right here, actually. In total, for those 4 years, is $2,772.24. And that's amazing. That's amazing. Let me just say it again. That's amazing. Because what we have here is, has it taken time? Yeah. Is it almost $3,000 for, a dork sitting in his parents' basement and getting his friends on the phone? Yeah, that's kind of amazing, It every little bit adds up over time. I say this every year. Like, if you come, we ask you to donate if you can. Don't harm yourself for the sake of others. That's not the Christian teaching. I'm a reverend, and that is not the Christian teachings. Help others where you can. Help others without causing harm. That includes to yourself. So, for what we do here, playing games, that's an amazing amount of money to raise. And we know it's going to an amazing cause. And we know that it is being added to an extremely... I love that we're sitting on the screen and just watching donations roll in. That's great. We know that it is... Every little bit adds up. Because, we see how much, we've raised so far. It feels like a splash in the bucket compared to 14,000, but that's how we get here. We've seen the rest of the donations here. We got 40s. We got people are throwing 5. I'm sure we will see a big dose of like $4.20 donations at some point. But it all adds up. That's how it works. Is that it all adds up. And sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes quantity. And that's why I also make sure to point out every year that if you can't donate, if you're not in a position where you can donate, that's fine. That's understandable. Not everyone can. I find myself in a lot of spaces where I wish I could donate to a good cause. I got an email. Well, no, it was a PayPal request the other day from someone I had donated to before asking for more. And I was just like, I'm sorry, I don't have it this time. And that pains me, if I'm being honest. I wish I could just give everyone, what they asked for. I wish everyone had what they asked for. I'm the weirdo. I've never felt the need to have a lot in the bank as long as I have what I need when I need it, I know I live a very blessed life. That's why I can, take part in a fundraiser where all I gotta do is play video games all day and run a stream. But let's be honest, running a stream is fun, but that's also the kind of hobby that I can only really take up because I do have like a safety net to fall back on and to give me the space to do this and, iterate and improve every year, every week, every whenever, I went off on a tangent about my own gratitude. Because it was about my own gratitude, because I'm thankful for all of y'all who show up who can donate, and I'm thankful for all of you who show up even if you can't donate. Just coming here and being a part of the community, of being part of the audience, of interacting, that is a wonderful way to keep our spirits over here up. Like, yes, I bring in a lot of co-hosts for this stream, more than I expect. I want to say that first year I was alone most of the time, but in the years since, I have had, co-hosts for the majority of the time. Like, the fact that I'm running solo here right now is actually pretty odd. There you go. Rue knows what's up. But even in a more direct way, you help by showing up, even if you're unable to donate, because you're making this a bigger event, right? Like, the purpose of doing a fundraiser like this, of making a big show of it, is because the bigger the show, the more attention it gets, right? By showing up, by being a part of it, by making it a bigger event, you are helping get eyes on it, even passively. The more viewers we have, the higher we'll get ranked in Extra Life. or the higher we get ranked on Twitch, the more likely we are to get shown to other people. It's just like, well, a lot of people are watching this guy, so maybe you want to watch him too. Oh, we don't know. I'm a math algorithm, and that's it. But like, I don't know. All of these people can't be wrong. And same reason why we work as a team, because by working as a team, one guy doing a stream, yeah, that's normal. 56 people all working on this basically the same stream, the same project. That makes the sound of it. Being able to say we raised $14,000 does sound a lot better than saying we raised $75. Not to put myself on blast. No, not to put myself on blast. It's a collaborative effort. The only reason that number is so big is because folks like me are out here with numbers that are only this big. I keep forgetting. I might have to mirror this scene so that way when I point at the screen, I'm pointing at the right side of the screen. Even though then my wonderful giant bomb old school font style branded shirt would read backwards. I was gonna say the O and the M are already symmetric, but the fact that they're laid out left to right, if they were vertical, that would Am I gonna have to print my own shirt? If you turn the B's sideways and made it vertical, you could have it say bomb in a way that would be ambidextrous, in a way that would turn me into an ambidextrous sprite. You can't see it, but my pants do already say maximum. It's the size on the tag. Also, if you're taking part, if you get invested in it, you're more likely to tell it to friends, which you can already do that. But, people. I've had this conversation a lot. I had this conversation on stream not long ago. I've had this conversation oftentimes trying to just sort of figure out what I can do to make this to make streaming a career rather than a hobby, if I'm being honest. But all right, it's a phrase called native promotion, which basically means if I show up and say, "Hey, come watch my thing," self promotion always comes off a little bad. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's selfish. I don't know if it's because it sounds like needy or something. It could just be purely cultural in the sense of, whoa, $250 donation from Cube. That's awesome. That's a big one. It could be a cultural thing of just like doing self promotion sounds greedy, and we've been trained to do that, right? To feel that way about it. But if you got somebody in the middle, if you got somebody saying, "Hey, check out this other cool guy," there's something about that which is like, "Oh, hey, this has already been vouched for. This person who I consider a friend is interested in this, so maybe there is something there for me to be interested in." There's a much smoother passing along of information and interest there. Just shoulder down that isn't mirrored. Gotcha. That would be weird. That'd be really weird. And now I'm thinking about building scenes, and that always gets my brain off on a tangent. Basically, I would love it if everyone who I talked to about this, if everyone who tweeted about this, or everyone who saw my tweets about this, or what have you, if everyone who heard about it would spread it. But, that's just kind of not what happens. Sad to say, that's not what happens. But everyone who shows up, you've built more invested. You're more likely to talk about it, to share it with your friends. And so the people who are here, I want to give an even bigger thank you. There are people who will just hear, "Oh, it's a charity raising thing. Yes, I'll share it." But I feel like it is y'all who will be more enthusiastic, be more invested, more likely to share it, sound more excited about it when you share it. So again, just showing up, just being a part of it does like functionally help out our fundraising efforts over here. All right, let's. I think pretty much my rants over here about what we're doing while we're here, all of that. I think this is start the stream with the big version, and then we'll start every block with the short version. And I want to say thank you for helping me. We're all in this together, supporting. Wow, another 100 from Cubed, 15-ish from Mia. Wow, what is going on? Whatever stream Cubed is watching is they're going ham over there. That's fantastic. That's good. I love to see it. I love to see it. I love to see this scroll and know that great things are happening. I can't be mad about it. It's great. So yes, my gratitude. Thank you. We're doing good. I've heard the gratitude from people who have first person experience with, Maria Ferrari Hospital, especially. They have great gratitude towards the hospital. So we're doing good. And if you're here being part of it, thank you for doing good with us, for helping us do good. It's great. It warms my heart. It really does. This is as jaded as I am in real life between work and, struggling to make money and all of that. And I feel like, I don't know if I have time. I already feel like I don't have time to do everything I want to do in a day, in a month, in a year. But I will always set time aside to make sure we do Extra Life, because this is probably like just in terms of feeling like we've done good things here. I feel like this is the best thing we do all year. And it's important. It's important that we do it. It's important that we keep spreading kindness and support into the world. And thank you all for joining me and helping me to do that. Now let's do something really messed up with cameras. So you're telling me. All right, I can add another instance of my camera. How do I do that? I want to add this. Don't make it visible. Add existing. This one. Okay. Second one, put it here. Control C, Control V. Now when I turn it on, you don't notice a difference at first until I say, gonna do this, and I'm going to do this. Right? Yeah, now we're talking. Oh, now this is a kind of evil. I already don't like it. I'll be honest, I already don't like it. We want it to be like this big, and let's ooh. Oh yeah, that looks a little evil. Oh, you want to see something fun? I added a new it's not good when I do my little fidget twist. I added a new chat command, which currently only I have access to because I don't trust y'all with it yet. And also, it was another thing I did in the middle of the night in a rush to get ready for this stream. It is a command called everybody rats now. Dunt, 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 dunt. That's not part of the command, but it is required that you say it. And it does that. It just increases the rat count by how many people are watching. Because we all turn into rats. Or you all turn into rats. I'm Rat King Cole, your favorite Bloodborne boss. Yeah, there you go. So, okay, I gotta turn this off. I did it. It was a bit. It must go away now. Okay. All right. Thank you. So that'll be fun. Hopefully during Jackbox, if we can have like, I won't say a dozen, but if that's when our viewers peak, I'll definitely run it then. Turn everybody. I can just turn everybody into rats on a whim. It's great. That's a good emote. Yeah, let me talk real quick about the lineup. I am going to take, I know we just started, basically. I am going to take a quick break before we jump into our first actual game block, because I have a sandwich that's been sitting on the table in front of me, and I can't eat and talk at the same time. And also, it is good to take breaks to, save the archive recording and start a new one and organize people on the back end and get everything ready. It's not only makes good judgment, but makes good sense to have a hearty lunch. Oh, what is that dude's name? I forget that comedian's name. He's doing an impression of Jesse Jackson there, but let's talk about the lineup. Let's talk about the schedule. I have a tentative schedule. I haven't posted it anywhere because I don't trust our ability to actually stick to it to any strict level. But let's take a look. Right now, we are in the intro. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to my spiel. In about 15 minutes here, when we come back from break, I will be joined by Rue, currently in the chat. Hello. And we are going to play some totally normal Mario 64. That is what I have been told, and I am looking forward to it. I have spiel about that. We'll get to it then. At 3 o'clock today, we are going to be playing House Flipper with my mom. I am very excited for that because when we were looking at games that we could play on the stream, I had a feeling that House Flipper would go well, and then we spent almost 90 minutes just playing it as a test, not even streaming or recording or anything. So I'm pretty sure I've put aside a 4-hour block, and I think that'll be no problem. 7 o'clock, we're going to do Jackbox with everybody here, anybody from the lineup who wants to jump in on voice chat, and also we'll let audience members in because I haven't been burned on that yet. If I have to change that, I'll change it, but for now, that's gone great. Hello, Jansen. Welcome. It's totally normal. I've been assured. And then last thing tonight, starting at about 9:30, we are going to do Sonic Shuffle Chapter 2. Last year, I was joined by Rue and Andy in order to play the first map longest game of Sonic Shuffle. This year, they have agreed to come back for some reason, and we are going to do the second map. So, we're pretty much down to do at least what is it? It's like, I think there's 7 maps total, so we got at least 5 more extra lives in us before I'm allowed to give up. There's been a blood pack. It's a whole thing. It's fine. And now tomorrow we got more games lined up. Mom's coming back for another block. We are going to have producer Joe on later in the evening. Andy will be back for our traditional tabletop simulator block. The wonderful Paige Monster has agreed to come back. Last time she led Joe and I in playing Hunt Showdown. This year we're going to lead her in playing some Deep Rock. And then, of course, I always end with BeamNG. So, we'll do that. That'll be good. I've only made it an hour ending this year because I'll basically do my intro spiel again, but with revving engines underneath it. No donate to increase the laps, no probably no listening to audiobooks. Maybe we will. We'll see. But yes, so we got a great lineup for 2 days. There's time in between to sleep. The great part that I didn't even consider at first is daylight savings toggles in between today's schedule and tomorrow's schedule. So even though I only scheduled to have a very tight 8 hours of sleep between streams, I'm actually going to get a very tight 9 hours of sleep. So we'll see how that goes. Yes, that's like 2 a.m. tonight. Yeah, it would have been brilliant if I had intended to make that be the case. But yeah, so that's what we got coming up. I know the Giant Bomb website, they not only have put up a schedule of all of the Giant Bomb team members who are streaming, but they are going to do their best to put people on the Giant Bomb live stream page to highlight everybody. So hopefully at some point we'll be up there and we'll say hello to everybody then. You know, I wish we weren't doing it anymore, but when I go to work on Monday, which, oh boy, I go to work on Monday, when I leave, I'm going to be leaving for work after sundown. I'm going to be like leaving in pure darkness and coming home in pure darkness. But that's Monday. Half of what I just talked about is tomorrow. We got a whole bunch coming up today, but that is going to come up after a very short break. So again, thank you all for being here. Tell your friends. We're going all weekend. Everybody has a chance to drop in, say hi, donate if you are in a position to do so without harming yourself. And yeah, stay tuned. We'll be back after a short break with Rue and some verified normal Mario 64. We will see you soon.